Franklin TV Sports presents the Sweet 16 game here of the MIA State Playoffs. It's the Franklin High Panthers with a record of 15-3-1, the number 8 seed, taking on the Raiders of Wellesley. They come to town with their 9 seed and a mark of 9 wins, 1 loss, and 6 ties. Hi, neighbors, and welcome to our telecast. I'm Pete Royce, working alongside Jay Horrigan. And Jay, when you look at this matchup, you don't always get somebody neck and neck in the rankings, but it's 8 versus 9. Should be a good one here today.
Yeah, absolutely, Pete. Like you said, we don't normally, a lot of times, things don't work out where you get an 8-9, a 1-2, a 16-15, whatever it may be. So we're very fortunate to be able to get this matchup today between two really strong teams from two of the stronger conferences in the state. Wellesley from the Bay State Conference and Franklin from the Hockomock.
So it should be a good one. We'll give you the starting lineups. First for the visitors from Wellesley. In goal will be a senior goalkeeper, Allison Jones. And also starting, Gabrielle Lazaro, a senior. Emily Burnham, a freshman. Charlotte Levine, a senior. Kaylee Renzella, a junior. Taryn Rohr, a sophomore. Delaney Dyer, a sophomore. Gaia Jacobs, a junior. Peyton Keys, a sophomore, McKay Pratt, a junior, and Isabel DeFontaine, a junior. What a mix there, Jay, of all kinds of classes. Not too many seniors in the starting lineup.
No, it's a roster that, on the roster, just looking at, very heavy with seniors, but not a lot of them in the starting lineup.
Starting lineup for Franklin. Rachel Welch, the junior goalkeeper, will be back there for Coach Tom Geisen. Also starting, Allie Powderly, a junior. Anya Zub, what a streak she's on, a junior. Olivia Costa, a junior. Nora Anderson, a senior. Bridget Leo, a senior. Avery Greco, a senior. Celine Hamad, a junior. Kelly O'Connor, a sophomore. Lily DeForge, a junior. And Katie Ewald, a senior. The officials for today, we'll have 3 of them. The referee is Andrew Brownsword, and with the flags on the sidelines, Jay Stevens and Dennis Alvers. We're underway. The Panthers will be going from left to right across your screens, and the visitors from Wellesley from right to left. We are underway. And thankfully, Jay, the sun has set because we couldn't see a thing 5 minutes ago.
Wait, that was the first thing both you and I commented on when we came up here to the press box.
Franklin sends it back. Bit of a rush there. Franklin with some speed. O'Connor beats her player, and she shoots and scores. Unbelievable. O'Connor just blasted one. Most of the fans haven't settled into their seats. Franklin is on the board 1-0.
What a shot by Kelly O'Connor from the left side to be able to put it in the upper right corner of the net. She also had Anya Zub flashing right down the middle, so she had a couple of options. Zub, as you said, Pete, is on an unbelievable run. The defense, it looked like they kind of shaded towards Anya, and that allowed O'Connor to get off a clean goal-scoring shot.
You're right, Jay. That may have been this defensive strategy for Coach Steve Balin. Zub has just been terrific here in the, let's say, the last part of the regular season. In the playoffs, she's been outstanding.
Hat trick, coming off a hat trick the other night, scoring 3 goals.
By number 18, Kelly O'Connor.
The Panthers blasted past the end line. Would be a goal kick.
39-19, second minute.
Goal kick coming up for Wellesley. What a way to start for Franklin. This is a team, Jay, in Wellesley that has 6 ties that Coach Tom Geisen was telling me before the game. That probably means they don't score a lot to have 6 ties.
Yeah, very potentially a stronger defensive team than on the offensive end of the field as that ball's out of bounds. And Franklin will throw it in.
So Franklin jumps out less than, exactly 31 seconds into the game. O'Connor lights one up on a blast. She goes upper right side. Free kick here for Gaia Jacobs, and she blasts one through. Franklin trying to respond, dive there. It comes up a little bit short, and Allie Powderly stops it for the Panthers. Just underway. Lightning has struck on a perfectly clear day. Another breakaway. This is Zub. Zub trying to get through there. And she is boxed in. And Wellesley settles it down. Now on the goal, they're going to give an assist to Olivia Costa. So Olivia Costa gets an assist on the Kelly O'Connor goal. Ball put in by Wellesley. As Jay mentioned, in a strong Bay State league. That's the league with Needham, Walpole. I mean, you just name it.
Yeah.
Really outstanding. Panthers back. The Raiders trying to tie the game. And it's going to be a goal kick here coming for Franklin. 3 officials, Jay. It's kind of nice for the postseason play to have the 3 officials. You can relate to that.
Yeah, it for them, I'm sure is great. It'll be interesting to see how the players deal with it because it's a little different. You only have one official directly on the field. The other 2 are on the sidelines, primarily signaling out of bounds direction.
And an offside, of course.
Yeah.
Rolled up to goalkeeper Jones, Allison Jones, a senior. See her punting ability. She goes short. And it's passed on by Greco, settled down by Wellesley, but a nice block there by Allie Powderly. And a throw-in coming for McKay Pratt, a junior.
That gets whistled back because I believe the player, Pratt, went up too far to throw it in from where it went out of bounds.
They give you a little bit of leeway, but
yeah.
not you can't take advantage of it, that's for sure.
Yeah, it looked like she took about 10 yards on that one.
Leo sends it in to the Wellesley zone. Most of the play has been on the Wellesley side in the first 2, 3, or 4 minutes of this game. And now Wellesley takes it in. Stopped there by Nora Anderson. What a defender she's been this year.
Pete, it's just, when you think about it, a huge advantage is that was offsides. Huge advantage to go up 1-0 so quickly for the Panthers.
Especially when you're the home team, because that gives the visitors a lot to think about.
Yeah.
I mean, they just barely got off the bus. Blast in to Forge, heads it back the other way, out to midfield, settled down there by Charlotte Levine, and kick is out of bounds, and there's the flag up on the far side.
We do, sorry, Pete,
No.
we do encourage you to stay tuned this evening because not only are we having this round of 16 game, we're going to have a boys round of 16 about 15 minutes after this game ends. So a big night of soccer here at the high school.
And that'll be Franklin against Leominster. And it's going to be Rachel Welch with a strong punt. Oh, what a blast. Welch. The ball is still moving upfield off of her momentum kick. Wellesley tries to keep it in bounds. They do. Nice play by Kaylee Renzella. And it skips through a defender. And now it's hit up by McKay Pratt. Some good opportunity there, but back is Franklin's Katie Ewald, and she's going to send it just basically out of bounds. That could have been a corner there by maybe a yard. It hit the sideline.
Yeah, nice play to kind of clear that ball out. Even though Wellesley's going to have a throw-in, it allows the Panthers to get back.
Absolutely. Kicked high to Forge. Blocks it. Panthers, they kick it out of bounds. It'll be Wellesley in the offensive third.
Pete, what another gorgeous day here. We've been so fortunate.
Oh, I know it.
We had a tremendous evening the other night when both teams played, and again today. Nice
what a save! What a save on the blast there by Wellesley. Rachel Welch goes soaring to her right and hauls it in with 2 hands. The save of the game so far. That prevented the equalizing goal. Welch, Jay, her punts have been tremendous. Look at this one.
Yeah, we don't have as strong of a breeze as we had the other night. The other night, especially in the boys' game, it was a huge advantage.
We've played almost 7 minutes here. This is the round of Sweet 16 with a Throw in is Gaia Jacobs, and she blasts one strong. She's got a player out there is McKay Pratt, but that's going to go past her to the end line. It'll be a goal kick. Oh, let's see. Did they say that was off Franklin? Oh, that was off Franklin. That's going to be a corner.
Corner here for
A
Wellesley.
corner. So that was a good play. And having it teed up there is Peyton Keys. Keys, the sophomore. Wellesley sets a deep wall. Now they're going to break. Here's Keys with her insert. It's right on target. The rebound and the score. The rebound and the score. I believe that was Gaia Jacobs. We'll wait for confirmation from the bench, but the set play on the corner ties up the game. It's 1-1.
You know, it was a tough rebound there that not sure who it was that put that in.
I think it was Peyton Keys with the insert, and I think it was Jacobs with the goal. We'll wait. We have some help on the scorers table. We'll get the word in just a few moments. So the set piece results in the equalizer. That rebound play, Jay, is so important.
It really is.
A rush here on the right wing. It's Costa. She's got great speed. Olivia, she's holding. She shoots. It's a good block there.
Very good.
Great block by Wellesley.
And they kick it out of bounds.
Goal by number 17, Gaia Jacobs. Time of the goal, 32:20. 8th minute.
Costa couldn't quite get clearance through the defender, or she would have been in. She's got great speed, but the defender was right on her and blocked the shot, the blast by Costa. Throw in here for Powderly, a header. It's back to Wellesley with new life here, tied 1-1. And a ball is played back to Nora Anderson. She chips it out. It's going to be out of bounds. A throw in coming for the Raiders. 1-1, 31-13 left, first half.
Pete, obviously that opening goal for the Panthers in the second minute of play did not deter Wellesley.
No.
They were, they come back, they get that corner kick and able to put one home there. And we've got a 1-1 game. We were not even 8 minutes into it.
Yeah, this is a team, Wellesley, who doesn't score a lot of goals. But we're tied at 1 in the round of 16. The winner moves on to the Elite 8. We'll talk about the bracket when we have a lull in the action. It's an interesting bracket that the Panthers find themselves in. It's going to be a direct kick here by the Panthers. And this will be Anderson. Got the strong leg. So we're going to watch Anderson. And Nora is going to go left side. It clears through in front there, and a foul called or an offside. Looks like maybe an offside call. Okay, so the scorers table having trouble identifying who that goal was for Wellesley. So we'll stick with what we had. We think it was Jacobs. Throw in on the far side. It's going to be the Panthers with it, right in front of their bench. Greco, she knocks it out of bounds. It'll go back the other way to Wellesley.
Looks like a substitution coming in, Pete.
Yeah, the first sub of the game. It's for Wellesley, and coming in for the Raiders is going to be Annie Camella, a sophomore. Ball is hit through, a couple of 3 heads in a row. Touch the ball, make it 4. And now Wellesley with a little bit of a spurt here. This is Camella off the bench. She controls it, but knocks it out of bounds. It should be Franklin with the throw in deep in their own side of the field.
Wellesley certainly, Pete, has some speed out there on the field.
Yeah, and if you don't find too many teams, Jay, who can match the Franklin speed,
right.
But this may be one that can.
And that could be a huge difference maker.
And the other thing about Franklin, I don't know about Wellesley, but Franklin has a number of scorers, But Zub has been the key scorer down the stretch. But you can't just key on her, as we saw with O'Connor opening up the scoring for Franklin. Throw in coming near midfield for Allie Powderly. Chipped high, and it's going to be kicked out of bounds by the Panthers. Throw in coming for Wellesley. Franklin coached by Tom Geisen. Good to have him back on the sidelines after an injury-plagued last year. The assistant coach for the Panthers is Emma Morrison, the Dean College grad. Nice header there. Goes for Costa, too strong. Costa comes through and wins the battle. This is Hamad. She sends a player away. The goalkeeper is out and makes the save as Allison Jones. Always a tough call, Jay. Do you hold your ground or do you charge?
Right. And you would think to some extent Wellesley with Jones there is going to be a little aggressive because Franklin has so many different scores. They want to try to get that ball, up off the ground into the goalkeeper's hand.
Nice chip away by Zub. Zub, again, the goalkeeper's out, but she makes the save against the charging Anya Zub. Two similar plays in a row for Allison Jones. Her punts, Jay, nowhere near the punt length of Rachel Welch. That may not be her strong suit, but defending is, because they are a good defensive team. And, hey, the 6 ties, only 1 loss on the season.
Yeah.
Free kick coming for the Raiders.
And even with those 6 ties, their strength of schedule, it shows you how strong the league is, Pete.
Yeah, exactly.
The number 9 seed was 6 ties.
There's a long through ball by a field player for Wellesley. Hamad tries to chip it. It goes out of bounds on the far side. Good crowd on hand here at Piscini Stadium. O'Connor heads it. It goes out. Wellesley with the ball on the throw-in on the far side. This will be Taryn Rohr. Nice little pass there. Anderson tries to keep it in, and it is kept in. Wellesley doing the job defensively. Franklin, can they break through? With so many players up, you could think there's some openings if Franklin can pass that first or second line of defense. Yeah. Headed back by DeForge. And Wellesley's coming back. They've controlled the territory here the last few minutes. And that's a strong kick out of there by Lily DeForge. This is Delaney Dyer. Dyer for Comella. Comella dribbling. Nice pass up front. Chipping it over is Gabriella Lazaro. And some good passing here by Wellesley. Now with it is Emily Burnham. And she's turned away, going down, heavy contact, no call. Play on, Burnham. And this is DeForge. She's going to send it up to Ewald, and is blocked and taken back by Wellesley. Kaylee Renzella, she sends one in. Pressure here by the Raiders. Drive in the corner. And the shot there, it's blocked and kicked out. With it now is Charlotte Levine. Her high pass, DeForge heads it. And that ball is going to be headed out of bounds. A throw-in coming on the far corner.
It's interesting, Pete, to watch the defensive players for Wellesley. They keep a minimum 3 of them back here at this back line. So if any time, and here's a goalkeeper coming out to the 43.
I don't see that too often.
Unfortunately for Wellesley, that goes out of bounds. But they keep 2 or 3 defenders back to prevent or try to prevent those breakaways for Franklin.
Charlotte Levine. Franklin goes back for it. And now, speaking of goalkeepers coming out, Rachel goes down. Rachel Welch made some contact with her own teammate, but did pick up the rolling ball. 23:45 left in the first period. So glad you're with us here on Franklin TV and streaming worldwide on YouTube. Our producer and our director, our camera operator tonight is Chris Leverone. Greco sends it back to Powderly. And she'll go back deeper for Lily DeForge. To midfield, Maud sends one straight up. The header goes forward, settled down by Zub. Oh, almost a breakaway for Costa. And she could have turned on that great speed that she showcases, but she loses it. Contact there, and a late call by Dennis Alvers.
They're actually going to give it to Franklin.
Yeah. Costa cannot keep it in bounds. A nice attempt there by Olivia. And a throw-in coming for Kaylee Renzella of Wellesley. Partial break for Delaney Dyer, but coming back for it is DeForge, and she kicks it out of bounds to relieve some of that pressure. Throw-in coming as the Panthers can get back on defense. And it's stolen by the Panthers. Kept in by Levine. Charlotte in front, contact, but no call there. Now there is a foul called. There is a foul. This is going to be a direct hit coming. This is going to be a big opportunity for Wellesley to take the lead. I don't think there was a card issued, but there was heavy contact. And it's going to be a free hit here coming for Wellesley. And let's see who takes it for the Raiders. So Brownsword made the call. It looks like maybe it's going to be Gaia Jacobs. She's got a goal already. Jacobs talks to the four players in the Franklin back line. There's three players around the ball. One of them will break it. We don't know who. This is a part of the strategy. Not going to say who. They're not going to give it away right now. Jacobs is there. Also there is Peyton Keys. And third player is in there. It is Gaia Jacobs. The shot is blocked by Hamad on a beautiful play by Hamad. Franklin can't quite get, there's a heavy contact there. I'll tell you, it's getting a bit chippy out there.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a foul on Wellesley, a free hit, but way back. But Franklin withstands the pressure on the save by Hamad. This is Anderson. Nora unloads one all the way through. It's going to be the goalkeeper out again. It's a good play, provided you can secure the ball. If you don't, you vacated the goal.
Yeah.
And this time Jones, again, not a strong leg in her goal kicks. Almost midway through the first half, we're tied at 1. And don't forget, as Jay said, the boys match coming up later on this evening, 6 o'clock, tentative start, Franklin against Leominster. Anderson with the header. It's going to go out of bounds. Jay, the bracket is interesting. The number 1 seed overall in the women's division has already gone down.
Yeah.
Acton Boxborough, they lost to Newton North. Newton North goes on to lose to Lincoln Sudbury, and Lincoln Sudbury is sitting home watching this game.
Which it leaves in that section, that portion of the bracket, Franklin as the 8th seed is the highest rated team.
Yeah, if Franklin wins this game, they will have a home game against Lincoln Sudbury, and there's a whistle and a timeout. Well, just about midway through this game, 19:49 left in the first half. What started very strong for the Panthers all of a sudden has become a stalemate, and no goals here in the last 12 minutes or so. Jay, you couldn't ask for a better start, but how about the Wellesley Raiders coming back strong with that set play on the inbounds on the corner? Gaia Jacobs blasted it home on the rebound.
I think it just shows the character of the team. They're, they feel they're always in it. It would have been very easy to get down if when you drop down a goal that quickly into a tournament game and when you're on the road. It was, for Wellesley, if you're a fan of Wellesley, it was great to see. They kept the pressure on. They came back, scored, tied it up, and, it's been played fairly back and forth since that tying goal around the 32-minute mark.
Franklin, of course, coached by the veteran, the dean of coaches in the area, Tom Geisen. the Wellesley Raiders, they're coached by a good one, Steve Balin. Now, Balin, Jay, was the longtime Millis coach, and he brought Millis 2 state championships, then an appearance in the 3rd one,
Yeah.
and he's come over to Wellesley. And so he's got a lot of playoff experience and a couple of championships under his belt as well.
The other thing is, geez, Millis really turns out good coaches. They did their football coaches. They won a couple of state titles. They're now over at Milford. The Olsen brothers, who are
Yes.
now, they've got Milford up at the top of the Hockomock League and one of the teams to keep an eye on in the playoffs. It's, Millis just, in a lot of the sports, just keep turning out good coaches.
Speaking of Milford, Jay, I don't see anybody stopping them in football.
They're
They're a
a
powerhouse.
tremendous team. I was fortunate to be able to do one of their games this year. They are good. The only team I saw them have trouble with was Springfield Central in a scrimmage.
Okay. Play back in after the timeout. We're midway through the first half. Blasted up by DeForge. Trying to get to Zub. Franklin turning on the speed. They hit it down and is chipped away. It's going to go on the far side for Emily Burnham. Millis to midfield. Player goes down and she may be hurt. Play on for the moment, but they will attend to her. Zub comes through. She centers it through, but it's nobody home and rolled up onto Jones. So it looks like the player is okay for.
Yeah, she's up.
limping.
I think that's Burnham.
Burnham, she's limping, but she's staying in and she heads it and gets a nice one. This one goes off the back of a player, and Lily DeForge will send it back to Welch, who has to kick it because it came from a teammate.
We saw something similar the other night in the boys' game where the Franklin goalie, Perlman, got kind of run over, looked like he was injured, finished regulation, then to start overtime, they put a new goalkeeper in because Perlman was injured.
Right, and he finished up.
Yeah.
Rosen, I think it was.
Yes,
wasn't
it was.
Yeah. So throw in from the corner here. Not a set play, however. Kick on. Welch, she soars up and gets it. 18:09 left, 1-1. The round of Sweet 16 on the Piscini Stadium. Beautiful turf right now unfolding. Welch, high kick, not too deep this time. Takes a big bounce, a 20-foot bounce. Coming back for it is Renzella, and she gets it over to Jacobs. Gaia sends one blocked by the Panthers. They have it, trying to send away Costa. Here's the speed of Costa. Costa, can she break away? Costa coming through, dribbling. She fakes the shot. Nice move by Costa. She goes down, and a whistle, no whistle. Play on, as they did not call anything there. The referee had his arm raised, but he didn't blow the whistle. I'll tell you, the defense of Wellesley, to stay with Costa is a real sign of their speed.
And both teams are getting more and more physical as the referees letting them play. We'll see how that impacts things going forward.
Ball is out of bounds on the far side. Jay Stevens with Dennis Alvers on the sideline, the officials, and the referee is Andrew Brownsword. Like Jay said, the only one in the action in the middle of the field. Costa goes down. She's been on the turf a couple of times tonight. Franklin comes back, but is taken the other way by Camella. Camella on the left wing. She'll center it up. Nice pass there. A lot of English on the ball. It skips away from Burnham. And Hamad goes down. Or rather, Leo goes down. There's a long drive from deep. That's going to be wide. A goal kick coming for the Panthers. Well, the game has settled down after 2 scores in the first 7 minutes and 40 seconds. We've had nothing since then. We're coming up on 16 minutes to go in the first half. Pete Royce with you, Jay Horrigan, and our producer tonight is Chris Leverone. Welch tees it up, drives it through, turned back by Renzella. And the Panthers, they're using that left side effectively. This is Comella, Annie Comella, the sophomore. And it's going to be a goal kick here coming for Rachel Welch, the junior. Talking to Coach Geisen before the game, Jay, he told me the game against Belmont, Franklin's last game, he thought was perhaps Franklin's best game of the season, the big 4-0 shutout.
Yeah, they played tremendously, obviously led by Anya Zub with the 3 goals. But it was also a real team victory. They played hard. Their defense was strong. It was, a full team victory.
So they're trying to carry the momentum through to this game, but right now we're at a stalemate, 1-1. Franklin with a long blast. You have to be impressed with the defense by Wellesley, and that's what they're known for. Witness 6 ties on the season. O'Connor will await the throw-in from a teammate. It gets to Kelly O'Connor. Kelly coming through, it is blocked. And Wellesley takes it back the other way. Sent forward by Lazaro. And now a couple of passes, and Wellesley has flipped the field on the right wing. They got us some opportunity here. They hold it back, but back for it is Katie Ewald to stop the advance. Kicked inbounds. Franklin saves it. And now they kick it in play on the left sideline. Franklin hustling all over the field.
It does appear right now that Wellesley is kind of coming up with the crisper, more accurate passing.
Yeah, and that's a trademark of Franklin. So they have a match here because this team can play the way Franklin can play it. Strong passing and strong defense. Chipped over on the right wing. Blast coming in, a 2-hopper, a gentle one, to the waiting arms of junior goalkeeper Rachel Welch. 13:23 to left in the first half. First of our doubleheader for you on Franklin TV. The boys will follow, and on YouTube. Ball on the far side, out of bounds. And it'll go to the Panthers. Katie Ewald will have the honors right at midfield, just about. Player goes down again. Ewald tries to block it, cannot. Here comes Wellesley. Good dribbling here by the Raiders. And they're going to blast one high. Long left-footed kick from deep, and that just sailed over everything on that blast. I believe that was Comella. Be a goal kick coming for Franklin.
That was a shot, huh?
Oh,
That
really?
flew.
It really took off. Virtually no wind at the moment.
No.
It's cooling, but still very comfortable. Franklin battling for it. Drops back to Wellesley's Gaia Jacobs. Far side again. Wellesley. Another shot in the 1-hopper taken by Welch. You would have to say right now the control of the game is in the hands of Wellesley. They've been pretty strong here in the last 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah, they've flipped the pressure from the Wellesley end to the Franklin end. And it's interesting to watch their 3 defenders, although that hurt, that are way back. When a ball comes their way, they certainly take their time. They kind of circle around the ball and read the field to see where their teammates are. They just don't boot it haphazardly.
Yeah, that is skill, to be able to play under control like that, to look for an opportunity off your defense. A foul called against Wellesley in a timeout. With 11:21 on the big clock. Well, we're taking a look at some of the other matchups here on the Franklin side. What a year it's been for Franklin. Still going on, of course. Boys side, they're the 10 seed. They'll play the 26 seed. In football, game now scheduled for 4 o'clock on Friday. Franklin, the number 1 seed, will play the number 8 seed Methuen. In field hockey, the game now scheduled for tomorrow, Franklin, the number 5 seed, will play the number 4 seed Wachusett Regional in Holden. So that's going to be a 5-4 matchup between two outstanding teams. So, boy,
and then
in volleyball,
Saturday, volleyball plays at home at 11 a.m. against perennial state power Barnstable. And that's a 4-5 matchup as well.
Tremendous. So this is so exciting.
It's going to be a busy few days.
Oh, it's been a busy week as well.
Yeah.
So recapping this game at 39-29, 31 seconds into the game, Kelly O'Connor scored, made it 1-0 assist to Olivia Costa. Then at just 32-20, Gaia Jacobs off a set play on the corner. She scored to tie the game up, and that's been the scoring 1-1 as we pause with 11:21 to go in the game. Franklin has won 9 of its last 10 games, and after the loss a few games ago, they've won 3 straight. So the Panthers peaking at the right time. Their loss came to Bishop Feehan. Since then, they defeated Attleboro, defeated Milford, defeated Belmont. And here, it's a 1-1 game. This one could come down to, who knows, maybe some overtime. We've had some overtime games in the MIA this year.
Yes, we have, which are always exciting.
Oh, great. So play back in. Temperature 62 degrees now. A long blast coming all the way through. The header there, and the goalkeeper bobbled it. And that's the thing. That's a live ball. When she bobbles it, you can strike at it.
Right.
But she picked it up. Franklin blocks it by Greco. Hamad sends it forward for Zub. Too strong, and again, Jones coming out of goal to pick up the roller. Allison Jones with her goal kick. Short. Costa battles for it. Won over by Wellesley. They send one on the left wing. It's a nice pass. It beats the defense. Coming up in the corner with it is Keys. Peyton's shot is blocked out of bounds. Peyton Keys. Good block. Lily DeForge coming out to help out.
Yeah, very nice job on the defensive end for the Panthers.
Throw in coming here. Shot is blocked. Whistle blows. And offside called here against Wellesley. And Franklin will have the clean start. Nora Anderson.
10 minutes left in this opening half.
Nora drives one strong. Headed back by Wellesley to midfield. Zub heads it. Zub taps it. Again, that defense is back there for Wellesley. Sound team. Franklin comes in, but a whistle
They're
stops
going to
play.
have, on that far side after Burnham had played the ball, it had gone to another Wellesley defender, and Burnham just kept a hold of the Franklin offensive player. I wasn't able to see who it was, much to the chagrin of the Wellesley faithful.
So free kick here for the Panthers. They're going to send it in. It's wide and will not need to be covered by Jones. It goes past the end line. A goal kick coming for Wellesley with 9:03 to go in the first half.
Multiple substitutions, Pete, coming in.
Yeah, and Franklin goes to their bench for the first time. Greco goes out. Also, Hamad goes out. We'll pick up who's in the game. And it's going to be Zub in the corner for O'Connor. Looking to get it to Zub. O'Connor's pulled down, so to speak. And the play is turned over to Wellesley. And they send it up to midfield. A tackle there. Ball still comes through. And coming through with it. And the blast is wide on the strong blast by Peyton Keys, the sophomore.
They are really letting these young ladies play.
So it'll be a goal kick for Rachel Welch. And she hits one low. Ball carries forward. Costa can't get to it. Wellesley with a burst of speed sent back the other way, and Jones will come way out and pick up the slow roller. With under 8 minutes to go in the first half, we're tied at 1. Jones on the far side. In the game now is, let's see, well, I think it's still Costa, yep. Also in there is Maya Eglantine, the freshman. She's had some good minutes for Coach Tom Geisen. Ball out of bounds. Be put in play by Peyton Keys. In front of the Franklin bench. She sends it up. Ewald covering it. Ball is freed up. Out of bounds. It's going to be Franklin with the ball.
Pete, did you notice that we have a cleaner view from the booth? The windows are in much better shape than they have been in 5 or 6 years.
I see some solution here, some surface sanitizer.
Yeah, I don't know if when new Franklin Athletic Director Cara Ellis came in, if that was one of her priorities.
Battle for the ball, and Franklin wins it. Allie Powderly wins it. Yeah, we're up in the press box right at the 50-yard line.
And you can actually see through the windows now, which is tremendous.
Pretty good. Up on the left wing for Camella. Allie dribbling, centering pass. That's the dangerous pass. There's a player there, and there's a block. A block there by...
So that...
I believe that was Carmignani.
They're calling a handball.
Okay.
So that I believe is a penalty kick. It was inside the goal box.
Yes, it is. It's a penalty kick. And taking it is going to be Emily Burnham, the freshman. Burnham, the freshman, called the handball. There comes Burnham, Welch in goal. Burnham, her blast, and she scores. Emily Burnham makes it 2-1 on the goal kick. It comes with 5:41 left.
Geez, and that was clearly, unfortunately, a handball. We saw that from up here, Pete. Even I was able to see that. So it obviously it was not intentional. The player, I think, just turned her body to protect herself, and the ball hit her hand.
So the Panthers will have to play from behind now. They had a lead. Now it is 2-1 Wellesley. Under 5:30 to go here in the first half. Will this change the Franklin strategy, playing from behind?
Well, you wonder, too, if Wellesley plays an even tighter form of defense, being up a goal now.
Right. And how about the freshman getting the honors of the goal kick?
And that was the young lady that went down around midfield.
Yes.
We thought she might go out hurt.
Play on. Wellesley trying to take advantage of a lead and hit out. This could be a corner here. No, they're going to say, no whistle here. They're going to say it was off of Wellesley, a goal kick. That was close, coming for the Panthers with 4:23 to go in the first half. 2-1. Wellesley with the lead. Rachel Welch sends it shy of midfield. Wellesley playing great position soccer here tonight.
They really are.
Anderson, Camella, Franklin sends it back to Nora. She goes left leg. Now sent forward, but that back line is right there. Coming back quickly was Costa, but taken back by Burnham. Emily Burnham. Franklin Eglantine trying to send a player away. The goalkeeper, is way out of bounds. She's lucky she hit that through. Costa cannot get to it. The goalkeeper still was not back. And now Powderly will box out beautifully and win the ball on the throw-in. Kicked out. Franklin will have it near midfield with 3:10 to go in the first half. 2-1 Wellesley in the round of 16. Here's Costa. Can she get to it? She goes down, and they're going to say no foul there. The referee, Dennis Alvers, just blew that off, said no foul. He quickly made the call safe, and play on, goal kick coming for Wellesley. Costa was looking back for a call, didn't get it. 2:40 to go in the first half. 2-1, the Raiders of Wellesley. Whistle stops
Now
play.
you're going to get a card, I believe. No. You got at least a player being spoken to. I don't think after that, the play down here that didn't get called.
Right.
A lot of the Franklin players had something to say to the officials, and holding up their arms. That's not something officials really go for.
Sent in by Nora Anderson. Eglantine heads it there and cleared deeply, way out to midfield by the back line of Wellesley. They've been strong back there. Sent up by Gabriela Lazaro. Camella driving it forward. Eglantine. Franklin wins it. Katie Ewald helped create the turnover for Franklin.
We're under 2 minutes here.
So the referees will control the clock on the field at this point. Sent up by Gaia Jacobs. Ball out to Franklin. Katie Ewald. In heavy traffic. Comes back to Katie. She'll send it on the right wing for DeForge, and she fans on the shot. Now she sends it out of bounds. It'll be Wellesley with the throw in inside midfield. And they get it over to Levine. Franklin sends it back. Header there. Costa with a nice header. Coming through quickly was O'Connor, but the ball is stopped by Wellesley.
Those Wellesley girls on defense have got the speed to keep up with the Franklin players.
They really do. That's been a key attribute of why this game is 2-1 Wellesley.
Yeah.
Ball out of bounds, a throw in coming for Wellesley. Somewhere around less than a minute, I would say, to go here in the first half. Eglantine tries to make the play, a long blast, and DeForge sends it over to Bridget Leo, her left leg. Out in front, Wellesley battling for it, trying to get it at midfield. Ball is sailed up, and double whistle, and the first half comes to a close. Well, to recap this one, Jay, Franklin got off to a terrific start. 31 seconds into the game, Kelly O'Connor scored, made it 1-0 on the assist from Olivia Costa. And then Gaia Jacobs, we believe, got the tying goal for Wellesley. And then Emily Burnham on a penalty kick makes it 2-1 Wellesley to close out the scoring. You have to give Wellesley credit. They are not a fluke getting this far. And they are the number 9 seed, 1 seed below Franklin. The game is pretty much played that way, but the edge goes to the lower seed, Wellesley, here in the first half.
And there's clearly a reason, Pete. They only have 1 loss on the season. They are a strong team. They were down 1-0, and they had showed no signs of giving up. They kept working hard, playing hard, and were able to take a 2-1 lead.
Okay, we're going to take a break. We have about 9 minutes to leave you with, and we'll be back for the exciting second half. This is the round of 16. The winner goes on to the Elite Eight. We're going to pause here. It's halftime. We'll be back for the second half shortly. The score at halftime, Wellesley 2, Franklin 1. Stay tuned for more exciting MIAA round of 16 on Franklin TV. And welcome back, fans, to Franklin's Piscini Stadium. We're about ready to launch the second half of this round of 16 MIAA State Soccer Tournament between your Division I number 8 ranked Panthers of Franklin and the number 9th seeded Raiders of Wellesley. Pete Royce with you, Jay Horrigan. And Jay, it's going to be a tough battle for Franklin. If they can somehow get through this defensive line that's been so strong for Wellesley, they could have a chance to creep back in, but it's not an easy task.
No, Pete, we saw in that first half that defense for the Wellesley, for the Raiders, is tough to penetrate. Franklin was able to do it in the first couple of minutes of the match, but after that, they didn't really have any real serious scoring threats.
Right. And it seemed like the pressure also was defense turned to offense for Wellesley. They had several good opportunities down on the other end.
Yeah, they, it's an interesting way they play with having 3 or 4 players back on defense, kind of behind that last line, but they're still able to get the pressure on Franklin.
They have speed. They have a good goalkeeper. She hasn't really been tested that much, however. On the other side, Rachel Welch was tested. And she'll be switching over to the right side of the field now. Franklin will be defending the goal to the right. And the Raiders, with the 2-1 lead, will defend the goal to the left. 40 minutes left. Second half about to unfold. The winner will play Lincoln Sudbury. And the winner will host that game in the round of the Elite 8. So on the kick, it'll be Franklin start the second half. They get the whistle, and here they come. Bridget Leo sends one up on the left-right wing. Out to midfield, out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in coming for the Raiders of Wellesley. Blocked by the Panthers, headed to midfield. All the way down, this will be Rachel Welch, will come out and make the save. Well, technically not a save, it wasn't on goal, but a nice play by Welch. And she'll punt it. Great kick. Headed by the Panthers. Wellesley turns it back the other way. Out of bounds, it'll be Wellesley with the throw-in off Ewald. And Annie Camella, sophomore, will leave it for Rebecca Martin, a non-starter who is in the game, for Coach Steve Balin. Going back is Anderson, diving tackle there, and she makes the play. This is Kelly O'Connor, can't clear it, and the ball will go back to Wellesley. Good move through the traffic by Lazaro. Costa takes a bump. And there's that line of defense for Wellesley. It's been so good on their back line.
Yeah, they just are not allowing anything through there.
Ball rolls back. Franklin will kick it out of bounds, relieve the pressure there. Throw-in coming on the far side for Wellesley. Wellesley out of the Bay State Conference. It's a good one. Nice save by Powderly. And now it's going to be a throw-in coming in the offensive third for Wellesley. Just underway here in the second half from Piscini Stadium in Franklin. Pete Royce with you, Jay Horrigan alongside. And our producer tonight is Chris Leverone. Anderson comes through, but a foul called against Wellesley. Even though the kick was out of bounds, the Panthers will have the throw-in. Turn back the other way. And this is coming through, a diving tackle by Anderson. Powderly can't secure it. And Wellesley has it in the offensive zone. The ball is hit off of O'Connor. Zub going for it, gets it, coming through. Still gets the pass off, but right back is Wellesley. Wellesley on the far side, trying to advance it.
Pete,
The long blast there, that's going to come in a little bit wide, but a nice pickup
The Panthers just seem like they're a touch off. You know, whether it's with their passes, knowing where their teammates are, and Wellesley is right on.
Yeah, their passing has been good. The defense outstanding. And how about 2 goals for the
Yeah.
Raiders?
Now, that being said, it only takes a possession or two to kind of change that for both teams.
Up in front, Ewald. Nice hit there by Franklin. Clear it out of the middle. And a nice another move by Franklin. And Franklin trying to get the steal by Zub, but her ball goes astray. Greco can't get to it. Here comes Wellesley again with that pressure. Oh, a nice fake and a reversal of field for Wellesley. They're coming in with a good shot, and it sails high and saved by Rachel Welch.
That time, Wellesley, as Franklin had the ball, Wellesley had 8 players within a 15-yard space of the field.
Well, that's putting their team
Yeah.
together. Chipped up by Zub. Coming through is O'Connor. Her blast saved by Jones. Allison Jones with the save. One of her better ones tonight.
And that was obviously Franklin's best opportunity since early in this match.
Wellesley right back. You cannot take a play off against Wellesley. They are ready to go every moment. Foul here on Zub. Free hit for Wellesley. It'll be Kaylee Ranzella has it teed up. Ranzella, nice strong kick. Momentum carries it forward into the deep far corner. Wellesley right there. Diving tackle by Anderson. And she sends it out of bounds. Anderson, Coach Geisen, I believe, called her the best defender he's ever had along the back line. Nice tribute to her. Sub coming in for Wellesley. And they will have a throw in on the far side. Oh, that next goal is so critical. Will it be tied or will it be 3-1? And against a team like this, overcoming a 2-goal deficit is a mighty tall task.
Yeah.
So the Panthers need the equalizer. Zub sends it out of bounds, throw in coming. Now they're going to say, yeah, it is. Throw in coming for Wellesley. Into the corner. DeForge kicks it twice. Long kick. Franklin with some speed here, but they can't get through. And now they do. O'Connor coming through. Her shot. And maybe, Jay, better idea to look for somebody on the pass because that was so pretty far out.
Yeah.
Kick it high.
They're just not able, at least so far, to penetrate that defense. You know, Wellesley just encircles the ball when you get that deep into their end.
Franklin tested in their backside. Powderly sends one high. And it's going to be out of bounds. Throw in coming in the offensive third for Wellesley. And now it's going to go past and rolled in to Rachel Welch. Good crowd on hand, by the way, here at Piscini Stadium for this one. Welch kicks it short. Franklin trying to recover. Wellesley controls the ball. Nice steal by O'Connor. And here's O'Connor from Zub. O'Connor takes a bump, no call. O'Connor charging through, and she goes down again, no call. Greco gets a leg in there and steals it. She goes almost down, and there is a foul called on that play. This will be a good set play for the Panthers from the 35. Let's see who's going to take Anderson. Now, she has the leg to go for the goal, but she's quite a ways out. See if the Panthers set up a wall. 3 defenders will have to back up a little bit here. They send them back about 8 yards. For Anderson. Franklin with some players on the right. They're going to charge the goal. Anderson, she shoots. It's a long floater. It's going to come up high, and it hit. It looked like it hit the crossbar.
And it's going to be a corner kick. It looked like the goalkeeper tried to punch it out, and it hit the football crossbar, bounced back down, then bounced over the net.
So Anderson with a great attempt. Here's Franklin with the corner. Wall to the left. The entry pass. The save there. That rebound. That's the important one. The shot, the save, and hit a leg. I think of a Panther. Now it's kicked back. Franklin with some good pressure on the set play in the corner. Now the ball is driven out to DeForge.
Right there, you could see by DeForge's play the difference in the way these teams line up on the field, with Franklin only having one player.
Alone, yeah. And part of that was they had so many good offensive looks. They were trying to get that goal home.
Yeah.
They sent players up, but DeForge was back at midfield to stop it. Punched in. Two good looks for the Panthers. Trying to equalize the game, but Wellesley still leads it 2-1. Ball in the corner. And now the blast comes through. The rebound shot. Oh, that was a good pass there. And it was O'Connor who unloaded, but she couldn't get a clear view of the goal. And the ball will go out of bounds. A throw-in coming. Another good look for the Panthers. Whistle stops play. They're going to back her up. Officials again, Andrew Brownsword, Jay Stevens, and Dennis Alvers. It's Brownsword working the game in the middle. The other two officials have the flags on the sidelines. Ball is ping-pong back and forth. Throw-in coming for Ewald of the Panthers. They go corner, too strong. It's going to roll out of bounds. A goal kick coming back.
At least here, Pete, the Panthers are getting some pressure on Wellesley, and we're under 30 minutes left.
Field player takes the kick, sent back to Zub, and now blasting it forward is Gaya Jacobs. Ball will be awarded to the Panthers. And player goes down. It's going to be turned over. And a whistle, and I think we're going to have a sub coming in for Steve Balin, the Wellesley coach. Throw in to midfield. Rolls back. Anderson will boom it. Again, that defense is so good with the headers to block it. 2-on-1 for the Panthers. Goalkeeper is out. The ball is rolling through, and it's going to be just wide. They could not catch up with it after it was vacated by Jones, but the ball just tantalizingly rolled wide right by about a yard or two. Franklin, Jay, tremendous pressure here in the last 5 minutes.
Well, and they've got to refocus here. That was a great opportunity that they were unable to capitalize on it. And I'm sure the players are frustrated, but they really, need to keep their head in the game.
Goal kick coming for Wellesley. We go near 28 minutes left in the game. 2-1, the visitors. The number 9 seed against the 8 seed Panthers. Ball is hit out to midfield. Taken by Burnham, the talented freshman. Camella. And Wellesley working it well. Good passing here for the Raiders. Burnham. She can't get the shot off. Camella back. Powderly. Camella, I think. No, they're going to call it off of Powderly. Throw in coming for Wellesley. Short throw in the corner. Powderly defending. Triple teamed. And Powderly tries to steal it and does, but kicks it out of bounds. So another throw in coming. We're under 28 minutes to go in the game. 2-1, Wellesley. High kick. O'Connor taps it. comes all the way through. It's going to be wide and out of bounds. Goal kick coming for Franklin. The lone goal for the Panthers, Kelly O'Connor. For Wellesley, Gaia Jacobs and Emily Burnham. Here's Welch with the T-ball.
And the Panther goal coming, what, Pete, roughly a minute and a half or so into this
I had it
match?
at 39-29, 31 seconds.
Well,
Picked up by Jones, all alone there. Franklin let that one go from deep. Jones had an easy save. Jones gets off a pretty good kick, her best one of the game. Ball is going to be on the far side, out of bounds. Franklin will have the throw in. Whistle. Stops play. Not sure why.
One official pointed, the official with the flag on the far sideline pointed Wellesley direction. The official on the field pointed in Franklin's direction.
And now Wellesley will have it. This will be a direct kick. This is going to be Gaia Jacobs. It's a set piece. Jacobs comes through with a strong kick all the way down, and it's going to go on goal and a save by Rachel Welch. Under 26 to go now. Welch will punt it. High, booming punt by Welch. Headed back. They've been so good at that. Their back line. And a whistle.
Oh, we're going to get a card
on Zub for interference there. Zub goes out with a yellow card at 25:03. Wow, an unusual call against her.
And now it looks like the referees.
Emma Morrison, the assistant coach, comes up to Zub, has a word with her. More listening, I think, than talking. Franklin, a player down now. Burnham. And Franklin settles it back with DeForge blasting it out. So Franklin with its work cut out. Can they withstand a player down here? Yellow card to Anya Zub. Ball on the far side. Not the type of team you can go shorthanded with, Jay.
No. And they play such a controlled game. Yeah. And right now all they want to do is, put some pressure on, but eat some clock.
Kicked out by Ewald. O'Connor heads it up in the middle. Fanning on the shot was Hamad. And the ball is turned over to Wellesley. They'll send one deep. Anderson will go back for it. Also is Welch. And she makes the save. 23-28 to go in the game. 2-1 Wellesley. Playing a player up here with the penalty to Zub. Sent back. Pressure here by Peyton Keys. Keys with it. Nice dribbling by Peyton Keys. Sends one inside the line on the far side. Franklin's defense puts some pressure and they force the turnover. This is Costa. She's bottled up. Over to Greco. Greco with a player out front. This is Ava Workman who's in the game now.
And Wellesley with the speed getting down to that ball, Pete. Sub coming in. This maybe Zub coming back in.
Yep, it looks like Zub is back in the game. So Franklin withstands the penalty to Zub. And she's back in it. So we're at full strength with 22-24 left. Throw in for the Panthers. Greco heads it. Sent back the other way by Jacobs, but she kicks it out of bounds. Franklin with the throw in. We're almost midway through the final half, least of regulation. Powderly throws it in. Near side, blocked out. It's going to be awarded to Wellesley. So the Raiders right now enjoying a 1-goal lead. They've scored 2 in a row after Franklin opened it up with a goal. Stolen by the Panthers. Zub sent out, kept in by Wellesley. They box out and get it back, but Anderson reverses the ball. Oh, the ball just eluded Zub. Sent out and through. Franklin controlling it. Pass will go out of bounds in front of us. Throw in coming for Wellesley with 21:15 left. The winner moves on to the round of 8, the Elite 8. Throw in for the Raiders. Franklin with the steal by O'Connor. Zub can't get to it, and Wellesley chips it forward, looking on the pass on the right side. The ball will roll up and be gathered in by Rachel Welch, the junior goalkeeper for Coach Tom Geisen. Welch right back at her as the ball is coming through. Nice kick there by DeForge, but controlled by Wellesley. DeForge again blocks it, and now Franklin sends it out near midfield, but Wellesley right on it again. Stolen, but there's that back line for Wellesley. Franklin chips one in. Can Franklin's O'Connor get to the ball? She's got the speed. Oh, the ball just took a funny, tricky spinning bounce away from O'Connor, and it's going to be a throw-in coming for Wellesley. Almost midway through the second half. Hamad sends one in on the right wing. Goalkeeper is out, and she'll gather it in as Zub was on her. Greco. Contact there. Hamad took a hit, but the foul is going to be on Hamad. It'll be a direct hit here for Wellesley, deep inside at their own 30. And this will go to Gaia Jacobs, the junior defender. We're more than midway through this one, midway through the second half now. Far side. Franklin will have it at midfield. Powderly goes short, deflected away, back to Powderly. And sent up 30 feet in the air by Franklin. Ewald can't get to it. Now she does. Left-footed boot is inside. Franklin racing for it. That was Zub. Couldn't get to it. Kicked out. And a saving kick by Gaia Jacobs. Franklin will have it upfield with the throw-in. Ewald. Greco in the deep corner. And Franklin hits it out about hits it past the end line.
The Zub just unable to get past the defenders. The defenders have great speed for Wellesley, and that's kind of neutralized Anya Zub this evening.
And I think they're keying on her as well, keeping
Absolutely,
an eye on her.
yeah. How could you not?
Field kick here by Wellesley. It's going to be headed out of bounds by Ewald, and there'll be a throw-in coming for Wellesley with 18:04 left in this one. 2-1 Wellesley. Can Franklin come back? To midfield we go, and a long blast in. Welch will come out and take the one hopper. And she'll punt it. Franklin, Greco. Sent back. A relentless defense by Wellesley. And the ball is going out of bounds before Costa could get to it. Throw in coming on the far side. Good crowd on hand here from Piscini Stadium.
Looks like a timeout, Pete.
And a timeout on the field. 17 minutes and 14 seconds to go. It is 2-1, and that's where we were since the 5:41 mark of the first half. Pete Royce, Jay Horrigan, and And Jay, what are you saying if you coach Tom Geisen in that huddle there with the timeout on the far side?
You know, they've done some good things in the last 5-8 minutes or so. I think you just want to see more of it. They're going to have to take some chances. They're going to have to keep a large number of their players up on the field, stick to that one defender back, and just wait for that break that invariably comes. And they've had some shots. They haven't been able to capitalize on it. Mm-hmm. But, obviously the hope is that they'll be able to do it in the last 17 minutes.
And don't forget, fans, we have the boys' soccer game coming up after this one. The Franklin Panthers, the number 10 seed, will host the 26 seed Leominster Blue Devils. Leominster got to that game by defeating Bishop Feehan, a 39 seed, 2-1, then defeated Framingham, a 7 seed. So that's a big upset. Yeah. 2-1 on a penalty kick. Wow. So that'll be our second matchup here today. We hope you can join us on Franklin TV, or we're streaming it on YouTube as well. Had some good audiences, Jay, for some of our YouTube productions.
Yeah, we certainly have. Been very fortunate.
So after the timeout, there remains 17 minutes and 14 seconds to go in this one. Wellesley 2, Franklin 1. Throw-in coming for the Raiders. And here we go with the whistle. Near side, hops over a Panther. Burnham tries to get to it and does. Wins the ball. And it'll be another throw-in coming for Kaylee Renzella. Heads one back, or Anderson back for the Panthers. And she's going to kick it out of bounds. So Franklin unable to get that patented passing game going here.
You know, and that you've got to credit Wellesley with playing just some strong defense.
Yeah, that is the type of team they are. And they'll hang with you. They have some good size out there as well. Franklin wins this ball, and they'll have it with 16:23 to go.
Just a reminder, after this match, we will have the Franklin boys against Leominster in boys soccer.
Franklin loses it. Nice play there by Gabby Lazaro. And the Warriors will send it in. Off to Forge. Burnham. Greco will send it, kept in by Wellesley. Now they hit it forward. Franklin trying to get something started. Anderson's shot is blocked. And now flying through is Anderson again. This time she gets the shot away. Franklin hustling to it, but Wellesley right in position. Anderson again.
You know, Franklin is, their long ball is just, it's not necessarily intended for anybody. They're just booting it down the field, and Wellesley's beating the Franklin players to the ball.
Leo tries to get it going. Again, back out to Forge. Yeah, there's an example right there. Long ball, could not get through.
And on the other side, Wellesley's doing a lot of short targeted passes that connect to their teammates.
And they win the throw in at midfield. Sent up. Franklin has been retreating a lot, getting these balls from their own end. That goes out of bounds. Franklin will have the throw in at midfield with under 15 minutes to go in the game. Leo can't get it going. Wellesley right there. And a whistle. And a offside against Wellesley. Franklin has not been able to set up plays in the offensive zone. Their score came on a partial breakaway in the first minute of play. Anderson blasts one upfield. Wellesley on it. Burnham chips it forward to a teammate. There's that passing game. Goes to Pratt. And it's going to be Welch who's going to kick it, but upfield to Zub. Zub, back it goes. Now Franklin sends one up. Kind of get to it as O'Connor. She cannot. Jones gets there first and makes the gathering play for that goalkeeper. Headed up. Wellesley, 3 heads in a row. Contact there. Franklin, stutter step by Ewald and double teamed, and the ball is turned over. And here comes Wellesley on the break. They send a player up on the right wing with some space. A good angle here, and the shot is taken by Pratt, and her ball is wide, and it's going to be out of bounds on the far side. Did not go to the end line, but it's a side throw-in coming for the Panthers.
Again, that was evidence of Wellesley's speed there, able to outrun the Panther defender.
That was Pratt, a junior midfielder, who turned it on. Whistle stops play for a possible foul here against Franklin. This could be another free hit, a direct free hit. Player for Wellesley kind of gathering herself. It's going to be a free direct hit. This is a set piece for Wellesley. They're going to loop it short. Anderson chips it away. Another shot on goal. It rolls up and saved by Rachel Welch. 12-13 to go in this game. Wellesley 2, Franklin 1. Whistle stops play. A foul called against Wellesley. Free hit coming for the Panthers. It's quite a ways out, though, at the 40, but Anderson has the leg for it. Franklin will set up the wall on the left side. Anderson. Greco is downfield. So is Leo. The short, long, low blast, I should say. Chipped up there and high. It's going to come in. That's a loose ball. And the rebound. Franklin couldn't get to the ball before the defender kicked it out of bounds. Oh, that rebound. Nice play there by the defense, helping out their goalkeeper immensely.
The goalkeeper just took her eye off the ball.
Far side, Zub. And she wins the battle. Throw-in coming for the Panthers with 11 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the game. Franklin with another good scoring opportunity, but it's blocked by a defender. Greco hits it. Now sent high. Franklin retreats for it, but is stolen away. Here comes Pratt. She's been a good one. Anderson with the tackle. Burnham is pushed by Leo, and that's a foul on Leo. It's going to be a direct kick for Wellesley. Another good opportunity on the direct piece for Wellesley with 10:33 to go. And let's see who's going to do it. It looks like it's going to be Charlotte Levine, the senior midfielder. She's back there. And here comes Charlotte Levine. Sends it in high. It's over everything and out of bounds. Too high there. Goal kick coming for the Panthers. Sub coming in for Wellesley. And coming in the game is Annie Camella. She's played in the first half. Here's Welch. Under 10 minutes left. Sub. Sent forward. Franklin cannot get to it. And now they do. Zub comes through. Kept the pressure on. The blast on the left side is wide on the long blast there by Costa. And it's going to be a goal kick coming for Wellesley.
Pete, the Panthers have clearly had some opportunities this half, just unable to capitalize. And probably the most glaring is that ball that went through the goalie's arms.
Yes, it was a good play by, I believe it was Gaia Jacobs, who helped her goalkeeper out tremendously. Franklin trying to get it going here. Time beginning to be a factor. Greco steals it. Ball is loose, out to midfield. And sent in on the left wing. Step kept in bounds. This is Leo. He sends it to the middle of the field. Back we go to midfield. Good hustle there, and flying down, trying to gather herself, was a Raider. I don't think she was touched. She was just stumbling, and that was Gabriela Lazaro. But they're going to give her a foul called on Franklin. It's going to be, again, Gaia Jacobs with another set ball. Jacobs, 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Jacobs, she's going to loop one. She's got a player out there, and it's going to be Welch who gather it in on the run. And Franklin will try to get some offense here. Welch thought of rolling, sending it on a throw, but she's going to punt it high to midfield. Zub can't control it. Out to Greco at midfield, and the ball is taken back by Wellesley. It's going to stay in bounds. No, it's going to go out of bounds before Annie Camella could get to it. Throw in coming for the Panthers with 7:41 to go.
Pete, I think you used a great term there, that Franklin unable to control it. Wellesley has controlled the ball much better in this entire match.
Yeah, and that's just a tribute to their skill set as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a talented team. A left-footed boot coming in, a tough bender, but Camella was the blaster, but it was Welch who makes the save with 7:10 to go now in the game. Franklin. Dive there. The ball is out of bounds. Franklin wins it on a nice hustle play by Ewald. She did a great job there winning that. Greco comes through for O'Connor. Kelly gets to it back to Ewald. She's going to send one in on the left wing. That is going to be inbounds. A little push there. No call. And now it's going to be back to the Panthers. Good hustle by Franklin. O'Connor. Under 7 minutes to go. In fact, under 6.5 to go. Ewald. Greco. Burnham kept in by the Panthers. Good header there for Zub. Couldn't turn around. And now it's kicked out of bounds to relieve the pressure. Goes Wellesley. Throw in coming for the Panthers, and sub coming in for Franklin.
You know, Franklin just, they seem to be trying to go, as Ryan Martin called it the other night, the home run ball.
Yeah. Ava Workman is in the game for Coach Geisen. Ball down low, battle for it. Franklin keeps it in play. This is Workman. Check it, that was Ewald. Ball is
handball.
Loose, and handball there, and it's going to go back to Wellesley with 5:30 left in this game. Ball is back deep. This is precious seconds coming off the clock. Rachel Welch. Bridget Leo. The field just looks so long for the Panthers tonight, Jay.
Yeah, it does, Pete. And I think the biggest difference to me seems that Wellesley has got the speed tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They've got the 2-goal-to-1 lead. We're under 5 minutes to go now. The officials will control the clock on the field. Franklin needs some pressure. Needs a couple of good advances here in the final 5. Welch will tee it up. Welch goes short. Franklin. O'Connor does a nice job controlling. Now it comes over to Ewald. Katie, but her ball misfires. Now kept back by Franklin. Can they get it past O'Connor? And they can, but it's rolled out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in coming in the offensive third for Katie Ewald. Quickly to Greco. She chips it over for O'Connor. In the corner, O'Connor pushed down. That's a big push there, and what are they going to call? They're not going to call it. It's a goal kick for Wellesley. Crowd wanted the call on O'Connor, didn't get it. Unofficially, a minute 15 gone of the 5-minute final 5 minutes. Ball quickly out, and Wellesley quick to the ball with some speed here. Racing for it is Delaney Dyer. Dyer wins it. It's going to be a throw-in coming for Wellesley.
And they will take their time here.
Unofficially 3:15 left in the game. Yep, they're in no hurry. That was Pratt in the corner. Now Franklin will get the goal kick. So about 3 minutes left in the game. Welch, and now a whistle here.
Sub.
Sub comes in, will stop the clock, is what the official ruled. And it's a Wellesley sub. Coming back in is Annie Camella. Now the clock will restart with about 3 minutes to go. And a foul here called against Wellesley. Anderson will have the free direct hit deep in her own side. Anderson comes forward, sends one right up the middle of the field, and is headed back by Wellesley. They've done that all game long.
Yeah.
And they turn the ball over at midfield, and here they come with some open space. Camella uses the field beautifully. Nice move by Camella. Diving tackle by Anderson. Franklin steals it. Here they come. Unofficially, us less than 2 minutes to go in the game. Ewald will send one high. O'Connor gets to it. Settles it down. O'Connor coming through. Her centering pass. It's blocked in front. Zub, can she get to it? No, the block by Wellesley out to Ewald. About a minute and a half to go in the game. Out to the midfield stripe for Anderson. She'll one-time it back. It jumps. It went over the head of a Panther. And now it's coming through with the quick rush. There is Bridget Leo. Leo makes the steal on a nice defensive move, but stolen back by the Raiders. And they're going to eat some clock here on the left wing. Holding it is Camella. DeForge on defense. Powderly helps out against Camella. The ball is going to come out. Leo taps it, but out of bounds. A throw-in coming with unofficially a minute left in the game. 1 minute to go. Can Franklin pull out a escape act here? Down by one. Final minute. Out to midfield. Sent up on the left wing. That's going to roll out of bounds. A throw-in coming for Wellesley. And a whistle and a stoppage of play here. The referee awarding the throw-in to Wellesley. I believe he has stopped the clock. So unofficially about 45 seconds to go.
There's some conversation going on over there.
They're going to, the side official, Jay Stevens, is redirecting where the ball should. Now, the head official, Brownsword, comes in, and he's talking to Wellesley. Finally blows the whistle, and we're back underway here. About 45 seconds to go unofficially. Ball is out of bounds. It'll go back to Wellesley. No scoring here in the second half, but 2 goals in the first half by Wellesley. Franklin quickly tries to get the ball going. They cannot, turn back by that strong defense. We've seen it all game long. Right here again at midfield, it's Wellesley with the stop. Franklin tries to send one in. Maybe their last opportunity. The ball comes through. O'Connor, it's blocked. Again, that defense just does the job. I believe that was Renzella who made the play.
and there was 5 defenders back there for Wellesley.
Ball is out of bounds. Throw-in coming for the Panthers. Precious few seconds left in this one. Ewald for the corner. It's kept in. Ewald dives through and kicks it on inbounds. Now it's kicked out, but just a little bit of time left here. Franklin trying to get something happen in the final moments. Kicked in by Leo out in front. Ava Workman. Ball taken back by Wellesley, and this is going to really add some clock here. And there's the double whistle, and Wellesley wins it 2-1. They go out to greet their goalkeeper, Allison Jones, but it was the defense by Wellesley that earned their trip to the Elite Eight with a 2-1 win over the number 8 seed Franklin. And for the Panthers, a tough game, but I don't think it's anything they did wrong. It's just Wellesley with a real strong team out here tonight.
Yeah, Pete, Wellesley played, as close to the perfect game, I think, as you could have asked for. Their passes were on. Their defense was tremendous. They didn't have a lot of opportunities to score, but they capitalized on the 2 that they had. Franklin had significantly more opportunities, but they were just not able to score on Wellesley. So, Wellesley totally deserving in this victory the way they played, and we wish them good luck against Lincoln Sudbury going forward.
Yep, and that game will be at Wellesley at a date and time to be determined. For the Panthers, Jay, their season comes to a close. 15-4-1, another strong year for the Panthers. I know they wanted more, but still 15-4-1, not too shabby.
No, and they should have a good team next year. They lose some players, but they have their goalkeeper, Welch, is only a junior. Zub is a junior. Costa is a junior. So they have some real players. O'Connor, only a sophomore. So they really have some players that will be with the team for next year as well. So they should have at least expectations will be there next season.
Well, that's going to do it. So we have another game coming up. The boys in their respective round of 16, and they will take on Leominster. We'll have that coverage for you in just a little while. Looks like about 20 minutes from now. Perhaps they'll give those players 20 minutes. The game was scheduled for 6. That won't happen because of the length of this game. It'll be the Franklin number 10 seed Panthers against the 26 seed Leominster team, and we'll have that one for you a little bit later on in about 20 minutes. Well, Jay, your final comments on this one?
Great season by the Panthers. They were, they only had 4 losses this year. Unfortunately, one of those 4 happens in the round of 16 of the state tournament.
So that'll do it for the team as they'll wrap up their season tonight, and I'm sure they'll be in attendance for the boys' game here today. I'd like to thank our producer and our camera operator, our director tonight, Chris Leverone. For my partner, Jay Horrigan, this is Pete Royce saying just so long for a few minutes, and we'll come back with the boys' game in their round of 16 in just a little while. But right now, the final score for the final time on this one, it's Wellesley 2 and Franklin 1. Till a little later this evening, Pete Royce saying so long, neighbors.